and welcome to episode 1 of Designer's Chat. This is not Scroller's Chat, that's Monday nights. Since I was asking you guys earlier about whether or not you thought I should do a second vlog for Tuesday nights, which is Designer's Chat, which will be this vlog. So this will be episode 1, starting tonight. Bear with me as I'm trying to find the chat. So this will be episode 1. There's nobody in the chat yet. There's Jeff. Okay, so at least one person's here. Spread the word, Jeff. Spread the word. I put it all up on Facebook, so more people should be coming in if they want to. But I'm going to start working on a pattern here shortly. Alright. I'm just trying to send a few more invites out. Bear with me just a sec, everybody. Alright. Well, we'll see how many people show up, but for right now, it's just you and me, Jeff. Oh, there's Florence. Hello, Florence. This won't be long, Florence. It's only about a half an hour. Right now it's 9:36, so we'll end about 10:36. It's not going to be an hour, so it'll just be like a half an hour. This will be a short one. Alright. So, what we're going to start doing tonight is I want to show you guys, if you guys have anything specific you want to ask me about GImp, I can show you guys. Jeff, you're out there. I see Florence. Hello, Jerry Price just got in. If you guys have any, up to you guys. Up to you guys, Florence. Pick one. And I'll show you guys, kind of sort of show you guys how to make it. So if you have anything specifically in mind, we can do anything you guys really want. You guys, how to design a car, if you want to do that. Let's do a... Let's just do a car for now. You guys want to do a car? Let's do a car. Alright, so... A train? Okay, we can do a train. Let me find a good one. So what I want to do... First thing I want to do is screen share with you guys. Okay. If you guys want to train, how can do that? I'm going to head over to Pixabay. Yeah, it's BAY, Pixabay. And I'm going to look through here and see what we got to work with. Let's see. You guys like this green one? Kind of reminds me of my old Lionel. Or not my, what am I saying? Not my Lionel, my LGB. Which is at my parents' house. Put it up around the tree for Christmas. Let's use this one. I think this will work. Does this work for you guys? Alright. Let's go over to GImp. Full screen. And then I think we save that. It's either in the downloads folder or it's on the desktop. It is in the downloads folder. So hold on 1 second. Pull this up from the downloads. While I'm doing this, if you guys have just noticed, I just posted up a link picture, probably in just about every one of the scrollsaw groups, for the birdhouse challenge for the magazine. For any guys that want to try it, you can design a birdhouse. If you design a birdhouse, it'll be put in the spring issue, and you'll get a free copy of that issue, print if you're in the United States, PDF if you're not, and then you'll also get a free yearly subscription in PDF. So if you guys, for next year, so if you guys are the winner, that's what you get. We'll do 2 prizes. We'll do one for the first prize, whatever that is, and then we'll do the runner-up. So those 2 will be published in there. So all you got to do is make a birdhouse, design the plans, and then you got to give us a finished picture of the birdhouse. We'll use it on the cover if it wins, and then we'll also put it in there so that other people can cut it out. So you need to make sure you supply us with the plans and the picture, the finished picture. All right. Let me get back to. I'm just making sure that you guys can see it all right. I'm going to shut this down real quick. And then empty out a few of these extra screens so we don't have a screens. All right. So Jeff, we're going to start on this train. First thing I want to show you is how big this is. Right now it's 4,512 by 2,884 by a resolution of 299. In GImp, go to image, go to scale image, that'll tell you how big it is. You can also make it bigger here if you want. I don't want to lose too much of the quality on it, so I don't want to make it too much bigger, but I think we're going to make it 6 and see. See if that screen pops up, then you know you made it too big. So if you hit yes when that pops up, it'll actually see, it'll say it's going to depixelate it a little bit, so you'll lose some quality. So let's go 4,500. There. See how the screen didn't pop up? That's how I know there's we didn't lose any quality. And I just made it a little bit bigger. All right. So the next step is going to be yes, Florence, to answer your question, this is being recorded. This is live, so it should be. I guess I should be able to see my screen now. Do me a favor over in the chat. Can you guys let me know if you see my screen okay? Just so I know. Actually, GImp, Jerry. That's what we're using. It's a free program. If you're not familiar with it, you can grab it over on the GIMP's website. Hello, Al Forte. How are you tonight? All right, good. I'm glad you guys see it. Yeah, if I want to answer your question, it's being recorded live. It'll be up on YouTube on my channel. Are you looking for a 3D birdhouse? Well, we're looking for a finished birdhouse. So it's yes 3D, but we also need the pattern. So the pattern would be flat, but we need the 3D birdhouse. That's what we're looking for. All right. So we were just about to the point where Al joined us and Jerry joined us. So we were just looking at this train that I had just pulled in from Pixbay. So this is a copyright-free image. And then I resized it a little bit to make it a little bit bigger. I'll show you guys, if you go up here to view and zoom, and you can go 100. This will show you how big this really is. So right now I just have it zoomed out. But that'll show you how big it really is. You can go to fit image on window. The reason I moved is because I dragged it accidentally. Alright, so first thing I want to do is I want to go to, I want to draw the select, the square select, or the rectangle select up here. And then I'm going to draw around the area that I want to keep of the train. So we're probably just going to go down there and talk about the track. And then let's make sure I got enough room. I'm not going to do, well, maybe I'll drop it down a little farther to do a little bit more of the track. And I might drop this back a tad. A little more. That should be good there. Alright. Now what I want to do is go to Filter, Artistic Cartoon. Again, this is in GImp, you gotta kind of spitball this because this, even if you drag this all the way open, you still can't see everything. It's kind of a one downfall to GImp, which is a little different than Photoshop. Alright. Especially it's a little bit too thick. That's not bad. Try that. And while that's doing its thing, I'm going to check these questions. Where can I get GImp? You can get GImp at GImp's website, which I'll show you toward the end of the video. I will show you the link for it. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is I want to go up here. I just cartooned it, so now I just want to cartoon it again. So I cartooned it twice. And then I'm going to go to Colors, Brightness and Contrast. And what I'm going to do with this is this box will pop up right here. Pick the number, I just kind of drag it till it looks where I want it. So you'll also notice that in a minute it'll make a little change to it. Seeing how that did that. Now I'm going to go over here to Artistic, go to Photocopy. And again, you won't be able to see the whole box in GImp. So you kind of got a spitball. You can drag it around down here, but you can't ever make it all the way big, so kind of annoying in that sense. I gotta spitball this. It should be good. Let's see how that looks. It's really a question of, kind of playing with it, spitballing it, see how it looks. And see, it's a little too... What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in to my photocopy again. And I'm going to drag it over just a tad bit farther. And then it's just a matter of cleaning up the train process. What I'm doing now is I'm going to pick a color to show you guys how you would check for floaters. So usually I use a bright color so I can see it good. Yellow is usually good. And then I'm going to go flood in And single floater because it hadn't go in there at all. Alright, so in order to fix that, I want to do one thing really quick. I want to image, flatten image, so that we have a white background on it. There we go. We can go. I think now that I did that, now I think it'll fill. Alright, we'll go to paint can again. And I'll fill it again. Yeah, see, now it did it. Alright, so see any of those white spots? Those are floaters. Cut. The next step would be going here and just clean this area up. This is like a long process depending on how much detail you have in the pattern. But to give you guys a kind of like a quick crash course, I'm going to come up here to the paintbrush tool. And I'm going to just start cleaning this up. Like anything I don't want that's white, I'll just use the black paintbrush tool on it. And another option would be to make it yellow if you wanted to continue the yellow into it, which is an option too. So I'm going to zoom out just a bit to get some better look at where that's at. Okay, so I know for a fact that I don't want the whole thing black. So I'm going to leave that white spot in there. So I'm going to... This here is a color selector, so anywhere you put it, it'll select that color. So I just selected, and that's what gets the yellow. And then I'm going to bring the yellow in here. I'm going to zoom in. You guys can... Now the one thing in GImp is as you zoom in, you got to change the tool, because if you zoom in, when you're zoomed out and you have it bigger, then when you zoom in, it'll actually be too big. So you have to adjust it once you zoom in. Alright. So I'm going to clean up this little area. That's a little too much. To go backwards in GImp, you hit Control Z. You can hit it probably for maybe somewhere between 5 to 10 times before it won't let you do it anymore. Now you can see that this yellow. What I'm thinking I want to do is I want to continue this yellow through here, and then maybe like down out here. Alright, now I think that connects. You can see up here by the train. And now it connects to the outside of the train. Here. Let's see. Yeah, it connects somewhere. But the fact is you want to make sure that this yellow comes all the way, kind of like the white. Just want to do it the white way. All you gotta do is to switch it over to white. Back to white here. You can see instead of being yellow now, it's white again. But make the original pattern, and so the original is still here, and I'll just make it a little bit. The original pattern is still there. pick, or I need the original picture for some reason. Let me pull up the chat so I can see it. Yeah, I was going to say GImp.org, Jerry, that's where that's at. How are you? So basically, I'm going to continue working on this window. See that this is a very detailed pattern. There's all this noise and all this stuff. Eventually, I would have to go through and clean out all of this, so you can understand why it would take so long to actually finish this pattern. But I wanted to teach you guys the basic fundamentals. Like so, for example, let me find a good theory. All right, so you see how this wheel is coming down? We need to make sure that everything that's white connects to the outside of the pattern. So let me show you guys back to the yellow just for a sec. All right, so anything that's yellow is fine. Anything that's white is a floater. For instance, right here, this is a floater. You can erase that. This is a floater. This is a floater. This is a floater. All right. So you can see that there's more floaters here. All right. Now, zoom out real quick. All right, so you see how we have all of this area down here underneath the string? We may or may not need that. I mean, does it add anything to the pattern? Or does it take anything away from the pattern if you get rid of it? And if my answer is no, it really doesn't do anything either way, then I tend to get rid of it. If it's not needed, then I get rid of it. So like this eliminates some of the stuff down here. But I don't like this pattern because of the way the track looks. So I'm going to do something like this. And select it. Get into all right. And then we'll make this white. Back to float fill. Onto this. And what I'm going to do, yeah, so I'm just delete that. And then what I'm going to do is on this side of the train, I'm going to take my rectangular box tool. I'm going to take this box, and I'm going to take my paintbrush tool. I'm going to make sure that I'm on white down here for the foreground. To where I need it. I'm just going to go through here. When I'm doing this, since I selected it with a box, it'll only erase what's in the box. Alright, so you see I took that away. Make this actually connect to the white. I might do down here. Here. Area. Erase this piece because that's not needed. But here's a really cool. I always forget to tell people on design. Do not use the eraser tool. You don't use it when doing these. If you use an eraser tool, this is what it does. Eraser tool. Alright. When you're trying to delete something on the pattern, like, and you don't use the white paintbrush tool or whatever color the foreground is. Alright, so generally, like since this is white, I use white. I'm going to zoom in here really close to the train. Into here. Right now, it was there before in the picture, but it's not really adding anything or taking anything. Adding anything, hurt it if I take it away. Just clean it up. And delete it at this point. You can see I clean that little area up back there on the door area. Here. Alright, so this piece here, I don't think we need. I think this could be a straight line. So I'm just going to come in here. There you go. Here. On here. So I hit Control Z. Easier way to do this is if you zoom in. Make it a little easier for yourself. Awesome. moving the mouse around, make sure you just keep the, or trying to do the paintbrush like this, make sure you just keep the mouse button clicked, the left mouse button, and with that held down. And as you're moving it around, that way you don't have to keep clicking. Alright, you guys can see I cleaned up that area of the train. So, like, make sure that it looks like it's got a little detail. And, you know, if you get, that's interesting. That's not good. It might be garbled. I was talking kind of low. It's still garbled. Let me know. I'm looking at the chat. All right. The next part we're going to work on is this part right here. We're going to. Right now it's too big. Here. And in order to do that, I'm going to leave this line here. Just kind of make it look like it's part of the train. Along here. And I don't want to go too crazy in here. I just want to get rid of a lot of this nonsense in here. Leave this line here for now, so I get a chance to zoom out and look at what it's going to look like. All right. All right. Zoom out to. All right. Does it sound still garbled? All right, it's still garbled. Okay. I don't know why it's garbled. It wasn't before. What I would do right here, since this is done now, is I would come in here with the free lasso tool, and I'd redraw this line. Just to re-indicate that there's a line here. Make it a little thinner or thicker. Nothing too crazy. And I'll show you guys why I did that in a second. Now that we're zoomed in, you can see I still have a little noise in here to clean up. All right. This train will take a lot longer than we have time for tonight, but I just kind of want to get you guys a general idea. All right. So now that I zoomed out, you can see where that line I just put in is. Right there. And so now it looks like a line again. It was really small before. How do you get the layers panel? Show the layers panel. If you go up to Windows right here, and you go to dockable dialog or dockable dialogs, yeah, and then you go down 3 down. Looking at it, you can hit Control L on your keyboard, and it'll bring it up. But it's the 3rd one down on this window here. So again, you go Windows up top, dockable dialogs, and then the 3rd one down is layers. If you can't find your toolbox, just hit toolbox, and then a new one will come up. The rest of this is all stuff you can play with on your own and look at. Also, you got a recently closed docs, which is stuff that you closed down recently. There's a way to save them in a certain position, but on your screen every time you load, but it doesn't look like there is. So for right now, we're going to move on to this part back here. Start working. When you're doing a pattern, you don't want to delete like a whole area. You just want to go up to pretty much the line. And if the line's not there, you kind of want to indicate the line. Through here. You guys can see like this line's here. But I can easily just go through here. So as you're going through, you can kind of choose what you want. You can choose what details you want, what details you don't. And somebody just Facebook messaged me. I can't look right now. Alright, so see this line? See how that's not all the way over there? I had to kind of use the other piece to make that line right here. I didn't erase this part even though it's not part of this line. That's just kind of indicate that there's a line here. Alright, so that's kind of what I mean. You got to kind of indicate it by leaving some of the noise, and then, you know, this here I can just, I'm going to just break it. There. Alright, and then down here, just let me work this down a little bit more. Work up here a little more. That's good. Alright. Here to view. I'm going to zoom out again. Now that I erased it, this looks really stupid where it's at. Well, I think I'm going to take that out. I'm going to take out. Huh. So it looks like, now it just looks like the engine comes on there and then it ends there. There's like a door over it or something. Like a sliding door or something over the engine compartment. So it's tucked back in there. You can't get the layer panel to open? Okay, on your second monitor. All right. We obviously are not going to finish this train tonight, but get you guys a basic idea of how to do this. I'm just coming through here and cleaning this up. This part right here, I'm going to leave this for right now and start working over here. Another way to do this, which is a faster way to do things, so tool. And when you get good with this and you're feeling like you know how to do this good, you can come in here and you can use this a little bit easier. Kind of go up to where these lines already are. You don't have to use lines that are already there. Now watch what I'm going to do. This will, you just click until, but now when I erase this, it'll erase everything that I put that in that area. So I'm going to need that box. It'll only erase in that box. And you'll notice that, see, I left this line here, so that this is still indicated, and I left this line indicated. That's a faster way to do it. The only downside with that is it makes the lines really, really straight. So if you're looking for something that's supposed to look like it's curved, or something that looks like it's supposed to be rounded or weathered, that's not really the best tool. Sometimes the paintbrush tool is the best. If I make a mistake, just hit Control Z and it'll take you back to what you did before you did that mistake. And then I did. And then leave these signs in here. Alright, so you see how I made that a little too wide. So up there, erasing that black line. Alright, now always make sure that when you're done with an area with the paintbrush tool, that you let go before moving on. Sometimes, once you're done with that area and you're done, redo another area by holding down the left mouse button and start a new area. If you don't do that and you hit Control Z, you might accidentally erase something that you've already done, which is not fun when you want to go back and have to do everything again in that one area. Alright, so you guys can see I'm kind of just working on it a little bit. This line up here is kind of a double line. I don't think we really need it. That other line is there. I'm just going to erase it. Once you got a good area where you can make a bigger paintbrush, you can do that. It gives you a little more control. One thing you can do is use the edge of this circle, come right on the line, and just clean up the edges. Make them a little straighter. That is, I can just come in here and trim those. Just by clicking with that. Alright. Now what I'm going to do for the bottom is I'm going to go to the lasso tool again. Down here. Trim all the way down to where I need to be. Go to the lasso tool. And with that box. Boom. Excellent. Great. The last thing was Got it. Was on my second monitor. All right. Just checking the chat really fast. Now that I removed that, those don't kind of look right, do they? There for now. One thing though, I think I'm going to modify is this here. If the engine stops there, let that go flap, there'd be no reason for that to hang over there. So I'll modify that a bit. And just erase that part so it ends there. All right. Perfect. Okay. We'll leave the signs in there for right now, and I'll figure out what to do with them. The way they are, we just gotta edit them a little bit. I'm gonna leave them there, and we're gonna do another part of the stream, come back to them later. All right, so this part here is the next part I want to work on. So basically, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to find the paintbrush tool. That'll work. Not so big. Also, you have options with your paintbrush tools. You can do opacity ones that have not as hard, so it's more fuzzy. It's good for cleaning up areas where you need to, defuzzy something, or if you're doing photography work where you need to make an area fuzzy from a layer to a layer. Make it look like there's no layer between two layers. So it's more for cleaning up edges and stuff of that nature, but it's in there. There's a square edge one that's good for doing squared edges. There's a star-shaped one. There's a round one, of course. And there's all sorts of different options in here, so you can come in here and pick one you want. Here's a fruit, or a pepper. You can just throw a random pepper in here for fun. Pepper. There's a pepper over here. A couple of peppers. Who wants a green pepper? But there's all sorts of interesting things in here. What's this one? Let's see. Looks like maybe it's vine. I don't know what that is. It's in here. Vegetation. There's different shapes. And there's different things you can do with the paintbrush tool. For right now, the one we want is just a circle. And we're going to shrink it down. We can work with. I'm going to come in here and just paint up. This area here. See, that's right there, it's a perfect example, because I didn't let go. I had to do it again. So make sure you let go before you continue on. Just if you make a mistake, then you're going to have to do what you just did again. All right. Now to the next area, which is back here. I'm just working on this back area here. You guys can see as I'm deleting stuff. Alright, so you guys can see where I was working. Just kind of cleaning up the pattern. Yummy peppers. Yeah, there's a pepper paintbrush. I don't know why that's in there, but it is. One thing I might do with this first area here, looking at it, I might make that. Here, let's test something out together. I might do. I don't know the pattern call for it, but I might do something like this. I'm going to do a wool around it. And then I'm going to come over here to my black. I'm going to have my paintbrush. And I'm going to fill this in just black. And I'll show you why I'm going to do that in a second. I'm going to go to invert. Go to white. Now what I'm doing right now, since I hit invert, it's only going to erase what's right up on against it. I'm going to erase this like that. So now it's not erasing the inside, it's only erasing what's on the outside of that selection. And then if I want to go select, invert, now it's going to put it back where it erases this. Alright, just wanted to show you guys. Oops. Then I'm going to go back to select, invert. I'm going to come here and I'm going to zoom in. Alright. A little bit. Alright, so now you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to make this one. Then I'm going to make a line here. And then that line's going to come along here. It's going to be black, black on here. So this will look like a support on this box. And I might put this one black too. And then black down here. A little thicker. So it looks like it's like a box or something. Something I'm going to work on. I know the original pattern called for that, but maybe like to. I may just leave it and then clean it up. Another option too. So I'm going to shrink this down so it's small enough that I can work in here. When you get good enough, you'll be able to use the side of the circle tool along the line and actually just come in here and figure out how to straighten the line up. And you can do it pretty much like with the paintbrush tool. And in this area, this area, up to that line. So you guys can see I'm just coming in here and cleaning this up. And this, I think we can rip back out of here. That's good for now. We can always come back and fix it a little more later. What I'm going to do here, I already worked on this one section, so I'm going to make the paintbrush tool smaller. And come here. I think I'm going to do, so I'm going to indicate this line being from this. The way I'm going to do that, I'm actually going to let this line come down. Okay, so when I was telling you guys before how you can make a line and indicate a line, this is kind of what I was talking about. You just take this paintbrush tool and you run it in here. That's a little thinner than I wanted, so I'm just going to hit Control-Z. I'm going to come in here and take another stab at it. And you'll notice I'm just eyeballing it. And then I'm just going to come in here and start erasing all that stuff that's in there. But right now it's about 10:32, so we're not going to finish the train tonight. But you guys can see how much we've got done. See how it's starting to look more like a pattern, but there's so much detail in this train, I didn't think we'd finish it tonight. But if you remember, so there you go. So that's kind of like where it's at now as to where it was earlier. But if you remember anything from tonight, let's do a couple of things just to review. First thing you want to do is make sure you remember that you want to come here to artistic, you want to do cartoon, and then do it again. If you need more information in the pattern, if you don't want as much, you can only do it once. The brightness contrast, play with that, drag this over and this way until you get it where you want it. And then what you do is you go to artistic, photocopy, and then once this comes up, you play with it here. You can drag and drop them these along here as you see fit. And you hit that, then it'll photocopy. I'm not going to do that because it's quite detailed. But then got one more thing, just remember that step, first step. And then one more thing you want to remember is when you're doing this pattern, it's going to be a floater and what's not going to be a floater. Make sure you choose any color. The reason I choose yellow is because it's easier to see. But I click on the yellow, I click the yellow in here, and anything that's white, you can come in and know these are floaters. So this area here is a floater, this is a floater. This is a floater. All this is a floater. Alright, so anywhere that's white is a floater. Line a little bit and then continue the yellow through. So for instance, use this. Sorry, I zoomed in too much. We'll just do this sign here as a quick reference. Alright, so you see the reason this isn't going to be able to cut is because it's not, the yellow is not connected through it. So what you want to do is you want to come in here something like this. Just make sure that the yellow is connected all the way through. That's actually a little too much more than you needed. Something like like that. Even, it's going to be connected there. So you just got to make sure you play with it and make sure that you connect the yellow all the way through, or the white all the way through. But if you remember those steps and then how to check for floaters, that should be good. That should get you guys started. So I'm going to zoom out here. And then I'm going to go back over to the chat. Make sure you guys. All right. Looking good. It looks fantastic, but how do you lay a line on? And lay a line down by clicking and moving the mouse and clicking again. Okay, so I just want to show you real quick. I'm going to do an example up here above it. This lasso tool right here. If you click, and you click again, and you click again, click again, click again, click again, click again, click again, click again. Make sure you click it all the way through, and then you'll get a shape. But what you're asking me is how to lay it down a line using that. Well, the way you do that, this is going to be a perfect thing right here to use. All right, so I'm going to go to the polygon, to the lasso tool right here, right? And I'm going to come up here into the top of this, and I want this straight as an arrow. So I'm going to come through here, click, I'm going to click again, I'm going to come all the way up to where I have the first point, and I'm going to make a meet up here. Make sure you click and make a meet, otherwise it won't work. Paintbrush, and you come in here and you fill this area. And then you can go to select. So this has an edge to it. You go to select. So I select invert. And then you go over here to white. You go to select, invert. And since I only want this in a small area, I'm going to make it smaller. Okay, I got already inverted. Invert that. And then we're going to clean up the outside of this simply by dragging on the outside of it. And that, I think, is what you're asking. How do you put in a line? Yeah. So I'm going to go in on that first line there that I just put in. I'm going to go in and I'm going to put that again on the front of that. I'm going to make that one straight, and then I'll actually go back and straighten out those back ones too. And then at the end of the engine, I'm going to go over there and make a line going down so it's cut so it looks like that's the back of the engine. But obviously we're not going to finish everything tonight. This is a very but I think you guys got the concepts. If you remember how to do, one more time, you go to artistic cartoon. If you need a lot of detail, you can play with that and add more detail with the cartoon. If you don't want as much detail, you're just going to have to play with it and drag it and spitball it. If you want a lot of detail, really detailed, go cartoon twice. You only want it once for just kind of not so much detail. And then what you do is you come over here to colors, brightness, contrast. This way until you get where you want. Then go until you got spitball that. You might have to do a couple of times to get it right. It's not a select number, it's just spitballing it. And then you come over here to photocopy and play with the max, radius, sharpness, white, all that. Then when you get this looking right, you just hit OK, and then it'll photocopy it for you. And that'll get you guys started at least. And then remember one other thing. When you're looking for floaters, just take the paint can tool, pick up the color. I use yellow because it's bright and I can see it good. And then all the white would be stuff that's not going to be cut. It's going to be a floater, so you got to make sure you fix that area before you cut the pattern. So I think those are all the steps that I wanted to teach you guys tonight. I hope you had fun. I'm going to come over here to chat real quick. It's Al. Hello, Al. Thank you very much for stopping by tonight, Al. Jeff, thank you very much for stopping by. Let's see who else is in here. Much, sir, for stopping by. Jerry Price. Florence the lady. I think she already went to bed, but if she's still here, thank you very much, Florence. All right, that's everybody. Okay, so thank you guys. I kind of got you guys started with GImp. It's a long process. Definitely a long process. There's some pictures you'll find that they work right away really good, and then there's some that you want to really work on them for a long time. It's not a bing bang done in 5 minutes kind of thing. Especially on these detailed patterns like this crane. But they're in here, and they'll be simpler. For instance, we did that B project with the text. That was a simpler project, but that was just an ornament. So there's things you can design in here that are simpler, and those won't take as long to design. But when you're doing a portrait like this and it has a lot of detail, it's going to take more than half an hour to work on it. So that's why it might take a couple of days or something like that if you really sat down and worked at it. Once you understand GImp, though, I mean, I think you guys will enjoy it for designing purposes. Designing ornaments and stuff like that, something simple. So that's what we did yesterday on the show. But there's so much stuff you can do with it. I want to say goodnight to all you guys. It is 10:42. I went over a little bit. Sorry about that. About 12 minutes over, but we'll see you next Tuesday. Don't forget, if there's a change, I will make mention of it on the website. But I don't think there will be. But next Tuesday will be the next version of this, which will be the next. So we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Monday night will be Scrollers Chat, normal time of 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget about the Birdhouse Challenge if you guys are interested. And we'll see you guys next time.